35-year-old Brian Deay is behind bars for fatally shooting his wife, 29-year-old Kayla Deay. At around 10 a.m. on Thursday, the 28th of December, authorities responded to a home in the 22,000 block of 713th Avenue in Dassel, Minnesota on reports of a shooting. The Meeker County Sheriff's Office said that Brian rang to tell them that he shot his wife and was requesting a law enforcement response. When deputies arrived, they entered the residence and found Kayla deceased with multiple gunshot wounds, and Brian was taken into custody. The Midwest Medical Examiner's Office ruled Kayla's death a homicide. Authorities said that the two children who were home at the time of the shooting were not injured and have since been placed into protective custody. Brian is charged with murder and remains held at the Meeker County Jail, pending his first court appearance on the 2nd of January. The motive of the killing is unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues. Police are searching for the gunman responsible for fatally shooting 33-year-old Belal Henry. At around 11:25 p.m. on Thursday, the 28th of December, authorities responded to a residence at Regency Townhomes along the 3500 block of Woodhaven Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they entered the premises and found Belal unresponsive a few feet from the front door. He had multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso and was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities found several bullet casings both inside and outside the home. Philadelphia Police Chief Inspector Scott Small indicated that at least 13 shots were fired from a semi-automatic weapon or weapons. He said the family stated that they heard loud knocking at the front door, and when Belal opened the door to see who it was, they heard multiple gunshots. Clearly the shooters were firing from outside, and then entered and fired multiple shots, hitting the victim in the head and torso, he added. Belal's wife Sonia and their two boys were upstairs at the home at the time of the shooting. None of the children nor Sonia were injured in the attack. Witnesses told police they saw two men in dark-coloured clothing fleeing the scene on foot and possibly getting into a white vehicle after the shooting. The attackers are not reported to have stolen anything from the house. Police are reviewing surveillance footage from neighbouring homes in the area to help identify the suspects. The motive of the killing is unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues. 3 people are behind bars for abducting an 11-year-old girl. On Saturday, the 30th of December, authorities issued a silver alert for the kidnapping of Natalia Connett, who was last seen at 3:28 p.m. that day in Zanesville, Indiana, near Stony Creek Estate Mobile Home Park. Wells County Sheriff Scott Holliday said that during the time of her disappearance, there was a white Dodge Caravan with no license plate information and 1 or 2 men in the area. At around 1 p.m. on Sunday, the 31st of December, the Iowa County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin received a tip about the vehicle that had been involved in the abduction in Indiana had stopped at the Quick Trip convenience store in Barnveld, Wisconsin. While making their way to the store, officers were informed that the vehicle had left and was traveling in the township of Dodgeville on US Highway 151. Dodgeville police officers were dispatched to assist the Iowa County Sheriff's Office deputies who located the vehicle traveling south on US Highway 151, where they initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle at around 1:30 p.m. Police said they found Natalia inside the car and safely removed her, and took 3 kidnappers into custody. 27-year-old Zachary Delosier of Edgemont, South Dakota, 23-year-old Sarah Gordino of Rapid City, South Dakota, and 24-year-old Ozias Rivers of Rapid City, South Dakota were booked into their Iowa County Jail. All 3 have warrants for kidnapping of a minor out of Wells County and will be extradited back to Indiana. Officials have not said why the trio took Natalia or where they were headed. The investigation into the matter continues. 23-year-old Connor Crumrine is behind bars for fatally stabbing his mother. At around 7:19 a.m. on Tuesday, the 26th of December, deputies responded to 174 Chelsea Court in Port Charlotte, Florida on reports of domestic violence inside the home. Authorities said that Connor stabbed his mother Jennifer Crumrine and that 2 of Connor's sisters were also in the home, struggling to grab a knife from him, and called 911. Connor also stabbed one of his sisters while she wrestled to get the knife away from him. She was stabbed in the back and had multiple minor cuts to her hands and arms during the struggle. When deputies arrived at the scene, they found Jennifer in a critical condition with multiple stab wounds to her neck. Paramedics treated Jennifer and transported her to a local hospital where she later died. Deputies found Connor on top of his sister in the bedroom with the knife still in his hand. He was given commands to drop the knife, which he ignored, resulting in him being tased. He was forcefully removed from the bedroom and detained at the scene. There was blood on the inside of the home and on Connor's clothing. Authorities said that the family had plans to go on a cruise that day, but Connor had been making statements to the family the night before about heaven and hell and trying to teach them how to get into a fetal position. Connor was also making finger gun gestures. The family locked their bedroom doors the night before out of fear. When they woke up in the morning, Jennifer told her daughter that she would not be going on the cruise. She said she was going to get Connor help at the Charlotte Behavioural Health Centre. Authorities said that Jennifer told Connor of her intent to take him for treatment, and he started procrastinating getting ready. While Connor's other sister was on the phone, she heard her mother scream, "He's stabbing me! He's stabbing me!" Connor's charged with 3 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and resisting an officer without violence. He's held at the Charlotte County Jail on a $710,000 bond. He's ordered to have no contact with his sisters and have no firearms or weapons in his possession. The investigation into the matter continues.